Welcome to The Read Along,
a mini book club for your ears.
I'm your host, Scott.
I'm your other host, Anita.
And join us on a journey through a good book,
one chapter at a time.
Do you like talking about movies? Do you like talking about mediocre movies? Do you like talking about how you could have fixed mediocre movies? Well, I certainly do, and you can listen to me, Scott C. Bourgeois, along with my co-hosts Greg Beaver and Liam Creswick, as we give our notes, and I have some notes. You can follow it now on your podcatcher of choice, or support it by visiting patreon.com/IHaveSomeNotes. Apologies on the state of my voice. Since recording our previous episode, I was given a final holiday gift from my children.
A horrible dose of influenza.
Yeah, and so I've been laid out for most of the past week, and my voice is recovering after all of the hacking and coughing and sputum that comes from having influenza. Yeah.
Illness is gross.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
Nita's been gifting me with not sleeping with me.
You're welcome.
Which has also managed to prevent the spread of the germ to her.
It was an act of self-preservation.
So far, at least, knock on wood. So she sounds fine. I sound terrible.
Doing my best not to get sick.
Yeah, but that's where we're at. That's why I sound a little froggy today or a little congested. It's because I'm mostly recovered. But
for what it's worth, you sound a lot better than you did a day or two ago.
Oh, yeah, even yesterday I sounded much froggier than this. So.
Yeah, be aware. He's doing fine.
Yeah, the good news is, of course, reading a chapter of a book, pretty easy to do even when you're sick. Mm-hmm. And talking about it for 15, 20 minutes, also pretty easy to do when you're sick.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of a tiny little book club.
Yeah. We should disinfect your microphone, though.
Probably afterwards, yes.
Yeah.
The good news is we always use the same microphone, so it's not like you're going to accidentally use this one.
No, but I don't want you getting sick again with your own germs.
Reinfecting myself with
Let's
my germs.
not do that.
Yeah, apparently toothbrush reinfection is a thing.
Oh, yeah. You should replace your toothbrush after you've been sick.
Indeed. That's a little tidbit in case...
Helpful tips from the read-along.
That's right, yeah. But the real thing I actually wanted to talk about is the fact that we're almost up on the end of this book.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And we're about 2 chapters out. So for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, may not know how the format works in this book club. We do read through the book chapter by chapter and stop and take a moment to digest the chapter, to talk about it, to go through the events, to make sure that we have an understanding of what's going on, speculate about what might be coming down the road. But when we finish the book, we do an actual book club episode. Yeah, we'll sit down, we'll do often a slightly longer episode where we discuss themes, character arcs, things we liked, speculate about what the movie might look like.
We try not to go too crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like we still try to keep our podcast fairly compact.
Yeah, if you go back to some of our earlier novels, those book club episodes tended to go a little long.
Oh, we talked for like an hour and a half. Yeah, it was way too long.
We've managed to really kind of trim it down as we've perfected our formula over the years. But
perfected is in air quotes.
But that is something to look forward to. So there will be 2 more episodes in this book, and then 1 more episode about this book, and then we fly directly into our next novel. There is no break. Yeah. The next week, we're right into something new. We're going to have to go get a new book right away.
Yeah, we have to go shopping.
Yeah. It'll be another piece of genre fiction, so that's also something to look forward to. But so for those of you who are new, we've got this chapter, we've got the next chapter, full book club, something new, something fresh and new to start the new year.
But you've said that already. Let's talk about this book.
Indeed. Let's start with a brief recap of our previous chapter, chapter 17 of our novel, in which Gav finds himself in the wrong ritual. And
hilariously in the wrong ritual.
Ends up accidentally leading a bunch of heroes in absolute nonsense while he's trying to get a key free from a ball of wax. Only to have Zarkanar show up and bust up the party because the princess was nowhere to be seen because she had also shown up to the wrong ritual because her idiot brother had shown up to the wrong ritual.
Yes.
They all ended up getting absconded up to the real ritual where bad stuff begins to happen and things get interrupted when someone kicks open the door and says, I'm here to put an end to this nonsense. And that's where we begin Chapter 18, the penultimate chapter of Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. So it is Artharno.
Yeah,
who
we
shows
were right. We were. It felt really obvious.
Yeah,
looking
every bit like a wizard. Like a robe with stars and moons and a pointed hat and an owl on her shoulder and a big crystalline staff. Seemingly kind of ill-prepared for this encounter.
I would argue only kind of. Artharno is very clearly ready to, like, throw insults and hurl spells and, like, fight the bad guys. Artharno is not prepared to deal with the bumbling of the heroes.
Well, on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, Artharno just proves to be another bumbling hero.
Well, kind of, yeah, it's true.
Hopped up on arrogance and assumption
Magic,
and, if anything, wrong genre savvy, and just promptly gets defeated like pretty much every other hero in this book.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Like, Artharno is throwing spells around and ready to fight and going to take on these dark wizards and bring them down. Sends her owl familiar at Gav's face.
Yeah.
Right? Which we will loop back to in just a second. But then a bumbling hero comes in to help. Volevna is throwing spells. Like, everyone's throwing spells. Like, it's all mad spellcasting. Bumbling hero tucks and rolls and knocks into Artharno, who then stumbles forward, and with their spellcasting hand and staff, that goes into the ritual and gets lost because it needs more hands. So now Artharno's a little bit screwed. Let's loop back, though, to the owl.
Okay.
Because this is important, right?
Yep.
So Gav is trying to offer distraction because Eliasha is trying to build a fireball.
Yep.
Right? She sends it at the owl.
Well, she does instinctively save Gav's life and incinerates the owl familiar.
Yes. Which, on the one hand, was very nice.
Yep.
Right? Protecting your quote-unquote partner in crime. On the other hand, she has now wasted her fireball, and I don't think she has time to cast another one.
No, she explicitly doesn't, because that does not happen for the rest of the chapter. And also, Zarkanar immediately shuts that down.
Yeah.
And is like, oh, you can use fireballs. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So she wasted her one shot.
I don't know that saving Gav's life would be considered a waste.
She wasted her shot at Zarkanar.
Yes.
To be more specific.
But I wouldn't call it a complete waste. She has saved our protagonist.
Yes. Artharno is dead at this point. Zaxxas's serpentine assistant just casually scoops out her heart and eats it.
Yeah.
So she's done.
Artharno's freaking out about this loss of a hand.
Yep.
And so this crazy lizard lady, I'm not entirely sure what she is, like, uses her tongue to steal her heart out of her chest from the back.
Yep.
And just munches on it.
Yep.
Very gross.
Yeah, so Artharno's dead.
Yep.
Super anticlimactic.
It was.
And then Zarkanar is dead in a super anticlimactic way.
I don't know about anticlimactic.
Fitting.
Humorous.
Fitting and humorous. Gav realizes in this moment that he can attune himself to the ritual by sacrificing his hand, even though Zarkanar is basically trying to goad Volevna into doing it because he's like, this guy's an idiot. He's not going to do it. So Gav does it.
Well, also, it needs 3 wizards, right? And it's got 2.
Yeah, so this completes that part of the ritual, and he is dealing with what he was actually shocked was much more painful than he was anticipating, and goes scrambling about for his bag full of moat squids.
Well, he remembers that it's in the room and nearby, fortunately.
In the meantime, this comes the point where someone's heart blood needs to be sacrificed, and Gav is moving too slow to save Eliasha, so Lord Chickenpants jumps out and throws himself in the way, not realizing he is a bastard of royal blood.
Yes.
And it makes perfect sense. In hindsight, Gav is like, of course he's got the gold hair, he's got the blue eyes. We all should have realized Lord Chickenpants was one of the king's many bastards. And so when the chicken gets stabbed by accident, and everyone's very surprised that a chicken just got stabbed, the evil demon god is like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that's fine.
And just manifests.
Crazy.
And No one is more shocked than Zarkanar or Eliasha in this moment.
Right? Everyone's like, wait, he what now?
Yeah.
This worked? Oh, no.
So, R.I.P. Lord Chicken Pants. Though, honestly, heroic way to go.
Right? The noble death that a hero would normally aspire to.
May have accidentally doomed the world because his blood was good enough to enact the ritual, but a noble thing to do.
Right?
I will grant him that.
He did save the princess.
He talked the talk, and he walked the chicken walk.
Good for him.
Arguably more effective than any other hero in this novel so far.
It's true.
This distracts Zarkanar pretty significantly because now he's focused on the demon god he's just summoned. And Gav, now attuned to the ritual circle because he sacrificed his hand, can enter safely.
Yes.
Which he does with a bag full of squids, which he then just plops over Zarkanar's head and reefs it tight around the bag. Zarkanar freaks out.
Well, yeah, and then there's a lot of yelling and squishy noises and gross liquid coming from the bag.
Yeah, for all of his incredible magical might, being suffocated and munched on by moat squids is not something that is easily defeatable with fireballs and lightning bolts.
Hey, he was in the middle of a ritual. He was busy.
More than that, he was in the middle of a conversation. Very rude.
Exceptionally rude.
So Zarkanar is also dead.
Yep.
And this leaves Gav alone in the ritual circle with the evil demon god Tirthrax, who's like, so, what's up, dog? I guess you're in charge of this ritual now?
Quick aside about the demon god, lord, whatever, Tirthrax. He speaks in a different font.
Yep.
Which is, I love it when a book does that to make it stand out.
Well, and he's not exactly using words either. The book makes it clear he's just kind of like communicating.
Yeah, he's also speaking in air quotes, with this almost computer-like syntax.
Well,
it's like acceptance, negation. Like, it's great.
I think it's because the implication would be that Tirthrax is speaking in a much more pure form of communication, an older, purer form of communication. Yeah. So it's much simpler and to the point.
Yes. He's not using gross human words.
No. And Gav is like, I just want you to kind of go away. And Tirthrax is like, and that's not how this works. You've given me all this power, and now to balance things out, something has to happen. Or I'm just going to keep pouring through this into this world.
Leave and take all the enchantments with you.
Well, it's more than that. Gav actually falls back on what I'm going to call the Eliasha strategy.
Yes.
Because Tirthrax is like, well, you're clearly not in control here. You don't have a bargain for me, so I'm just going to rip open the world and come live here now forever.
Do the things.
And Gav is like, well, here's the deal. You are aware that heroes, idiots that they are, eventually they're going to stop you. Tirthrax is like, yeah, they seem to always do that, but then I'm patient. I'll just come back again in 1,000 years. And Gav is like, yeah, but you won't be able to do that if this ritual is destroyed. Because you see, Zarkanar was a real jealous guy, and he didn't want anyone else to know what was going on. So this is the only copy left. And if I destroy it right now, then no one's going to be...
No one can summon you.
Summoning you ever again.
Come back.
And Tirthrax is like, I don't have time to be sure that you're not bluffing me. And I am patient. You have a deal. I'll leave for now, but there has to be a wish because things have to be balanced.
Yeah.
And that's when Gav is like, fine, just eliminate all the enchantments on this level of the castle. And Tirthrax is like, done. And goes to leave. And then Gav realizes that may have been a terrible idea as all of the magical enchantments start to fall apart around him. In his very magicked castle.
Look, if there's one thing we've learned about Gav is that he's not necessarily that quick on his feet.
Well, and he was trying to think of a harmless wish.
Right?
Honestly.
Yeah.
What he should have wished is, could all these people who Zarkanar just killed, be
come back?
Yeah.
Could we undo all of this?
Could we fix Artharno and Lord Chicken Pants?
Could we just undo the last 2 days?
Yeah.
That feels like a monkey's paw kind of wish, though.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Probably not for the best. And Gav goes through this quick moment of self-reflection. Like, he's standing there in front of a demon who can grant him a wish.
Yeah.
He could have asked for almost anything.
Yeah.
Right? His memory's back, the power that should have gone to Zarkanar.
Well, and he even reflects in that moment that he knows deep down instinctively in his heart, in his soul, that there was a time when Gavrax would have given anything to have this moment, to have access to this power, to be gifted this. And he's happy to just fritter it away because it's not what he wants anymore.
I appreciated the self-reflective moment and the I don't want to call it the completion of his arc, but at least further journey along his arc to find his new self, right? And be a good person. I felt like he needed more, right? It felt like Gav needed, I don't know, more revelation, more celebration, something. He's come so far and he's been trying so hard. I think I just wanted more of a climax out of that.
I don't know. Killing Zarkanar and dismissing Tirthrax seems like a pretty big W for the guy.
Oh, no. Absolutely it is. But I'm talking about, like, Gav and his self.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get some of that as we move into the final chapter, chapter 19 of Dreadful, which you'll want to read up on in time for next week. In the meantime, as always, you can give us a little rating and review on your podcatcher of choice.
Yes, please. We always appreciate those.
Yeah,
It's nice.
you can also give us your thoughts via social media.
Oh, absolutely. Please do. You can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, Goodreads, and Blue Sky. We are at the Read Along on most of those.
Yes, you can also send us an email.
Oh, yes, please. You can reach us at thereadalong@gmail.com.
And with that said, as always, we love you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Happy actual New Year.
Thank you for joining us on The Read Along with your hosts, Anita and Scott Bourgeois. All Read Along music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Cover art is by Aaron Beaver. Be sure to join us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at The Read Along, and check out our group on Goodreads.com.